Hello everybody, welcome back to Souls Remastered. Now as you can see, I have got a lot of souls. I think we ended the last episode with like 4,000. And here we have like 41. It took quite a while for the video to render. So, in terms of just wanting something to do, I just killed a load of stuff. And I did in fact farm on the Boulder Knights, which has resulted in me getting not only a decent amount of Titanite shards, but also some pretty rare weaponry. So let's take a look at this for a second, just so you guys know. I got the Boulder Side Sword. I also got the Boulder Shield, which is fantastic with its 63 stability. This is a very good shield, particularly for like PvP, or if you ever want to shut something down. It's very good. And it's potentially something that I may end up switching to later, but we will see. It's also got a deep of like defenses and stuff other than magic. Not bad at all. I've also got a full set of the Boulder armor. Yeah, got a full set of the Boulder armor. So all that stuff kind of came. I really want to use it on leveling, but I'm not going to. We're going to buy his rings instead. Come on.
Oh, hello, myself.
Purchase items. There we go.
Right.
So that is of course optional. You guys feel free to do that as you please, or when you please. More importantly, obviously you are going to want to get those before it disappears, and that is probably going to be not that far away, considering how much of the side stuff we've already done. Obviously, bellowing dragon crest ring. I will say it eventually. That's such a mouthful. Very good. Going to allow us to do more spell damage. We really don't need it right now. If I do happen to come across some enemies that are seeming very resistant, then I may well switch to it. Probably end up collecting that item by the end of this episode as well, because we should end up having ourselves a new NPC. Not going to take too much time over attacking these guys, as we are now going to make our way down the depths. I'm aware we could have started a bit closer, but I just wanted to show that I was getting those items. Let's deal with the rat. Drop me a humanity. Nope. Okay, so let's make our move. I should also buy some arrows from our little merchant at the end of here. I don't think standard arrows are too expensive. It is always nice to have the option to pull stuff over, so I think that's going to be done right now, to be honest. Let's do that. Normal arrows, yeah. I mean, even wooden arrows, I don't really need them to just for drawing stuff over. It's not really for damage, so it really doesn't matter about getting high quality ones just yet. Poison ones would be good though. You can go ahead and cheese the zombie dragon that killed us earlier, for example. With the poison arrows, you can do a lot of really cool. What's the word? You can do a lot of cheeky things. We will be buying quite a few of those before the end of the game, before the end of the series. You probably won't be that far away either. Let's pick those up at your leisure as well. I'm going to head our way down here. Obviously we already picked up the ember, but everything else should still be down here. We're going to pick everything up now as we come down, and I'm just going to whale my way through these, because it really isn't worth taking my time over. Especially now that we've upgraded this, the damage on the claymore. Finally quite respectable. This guy isn't even an issue for us really, but I am going to knock him down anyway. In so doing, that's going to mean that he comes down there instead of trying to drop down on us in a second. And then we're going to come down this way, pick that up. That was a soul item, wasn't it? Which is good. Hopefully that'll end up helping me level up. I mean, obviously it will help, but hopefully it'll be worthy help. There we go, it's you down. I'm really using the wrong one there. Even the damage on soul arrows is now like quite a good number. Come on. 167. Let's see how much difference this makes. Hopefully something doesn't come out at me. I have just selected the wolf ring yet. Just double check. I really don't want to break that. So 167, yeah. To well over 210. That's lovely. And that is done as a percentage. So as our stats increase, that is going to continue to rise. I'm not going to use it right now. I'm going to give you guys at least a bit of a chance to go ahead and collect that. Now they've got a few different directions to go here. Depending on which way you want to go, you can do things a little bit differently. If you don't want to deal with this room, then you can go ahead and drop off this side, and in this little doorway just here is the Pyromancer NPC. We're going to go and grab him in a minute. And Pyromancers are actually very useful right now and don't require any stats. Do consider picking that up even if you don't have any like kind of cast stats available to you right now. Just because they're going to be... The Pyromancers are very good for dealing with a certain set of enemies which are coming up very soon. Okay, so that's weird. I honestly thought the Butcher would respawn. That is really weird. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and deal with the Pyromancer before we go ahead and do a little drop down. I'm going to switch to the Rusted Iron Ring just in case the guy tries to come and get me. Ooh. This seems really different to how I remember it. Well, no, that was there. They just usually aggro much earlier. Here he is. That's why I wanted the Rusted Iron Ring on. Wow. How much poise? The guy just literally cannot stagger. Right then.
You. Yes, you. Here, over here. Please.
Now, as tempting as it is, do not swing. Roll. Especially if you're using the claymore like me, because you probably will kill him. Now he's going to go to Firelink 2. Firelink's going to get quite populated by the end of this episode. Lots of people to talk to. Ha! People are advising people to roll. That's good. Now, of course, you can continue around this way. We're going to go across there in a moment. Before we do that, we're going to head down this way. I'm wondering where this dog is. And where the Butcher went. That's really weird that they didn't respawn. Anywho, we're going to drop down here. This little waste chute. We've got a giant rat. We're going to deal with you nice and quick. Not even a thing. Loving it. Right, now the item we want is over there. And that thing I think drops a twin humanity. So we're going to go and grab that. Brings us a little closer to our goal of 30. I'm hoping I don't die in this episode, so I really don't want to... Well, it's not a matter of don't want to, but like every time I end up having to wait for a video to edit, just because I need something to do, I end up doing a bit of a grind, and I'm sure you guys must hate that. But I just can't stand sitting here doing nothing. So, anyways, I think that's every item in here. Yeah, it is. We are not in human mode right now, so we need to change that pretty soon. Now you can slide down there, and I think it should drop you into like the bottom level of the depths area, but we don't want to go down there just yet. With that being said, when you're going around this little part, do be very careful. As you can see right there, there are some holes that we can drop down. Sorry guys, had a right sneeze there. I don't know if you guys heard the break in my voice, like hoo. Careful these rats. They're here, placed there on purpose. They're trying to draw you into running down the holes. Now where's the hole here? Oh, sorry guys. I don't know why. I'm just suddenly having a right fit of sneezing. Now, there's not exactly a lot to collect in here if I remember rightly, so I'm just going to take a double check. But I really don't think there is. There's nothing down there. That's a way to a different room. Don't care about that right now. Although we could go ahead and rush that, but it's not the order I want to do things in. That there is a little sludge thing. That's what you're going to want to use pyromancers on, if you are fussed on killing them. Here's one of the holes that you don't want to go down just yet. So in fact then we are going to go ahead and go this way. This probably isn't the best way to go about this room, to be honest. But I'm really not all that worried. Is the big thing about this character at the moment. So just do pretty good damage. We've got another one of the cast guys out here. But look how much damage we do to these guys now. They're just wrecking face. Oh, I'm loving it. Humanity out of the rat. Finally I get to demonstrate that. This is in fact a very good place for for farming up humanity. And I'm going to show kind of the best little area you can go ahead and get some. Here's some more. Another humanity. There we go. Don't think there's another. Nope. And I don't think there's anything in the corner. Oh, there is. Ha! Large archer. Ooh! That means we're going to upgrade the weapon again. I could actually make the journey back. In fact, no, I don't need to. I can do this at the bonfire. So we're going to have a +8 claymore. That's ridiculous. Whew. That's kind of a little bit overkill for this area, if I'm honest. But I'm taking it. It's fine. Now, absolutely make sure you kill this guy before you enter the boss fight of this area. Obviously, if you decide to diverge, feel free. But as you try, that is the boss room down there. And if you go into that boss fight whilst he's still alive, he will buff the boss and fire his soul arrows at you, which is not good. Continuing on, Soulage. Now here we're going to come across the rest of the rats. Ouch! Stop that. Here we have another one of the crates they want to appear out of. And then we have this bunch of dudes. With a big axe in the corner, which I don't think we can use. And this, of course, is the best bit to farm your humanity in. Careful of this guy. Sewer chamber key. And here is the area's bonfire. Now I am going to go ahead and rest here. What I'm about to do could get me killed. Particularly if the parameters for the roof enemies has changed. That seems to be the case for a lot of things. Now if you look up, the ceiling is full of these guys. Now of course we are powerful enough to do some decent damage with our magic, which is quite handy. And we can actually lock onto most of them. I'll just stay out the way of the ones that are on the side, look. They really seem to like dropping down onto you if you're directly below them. Right, so before this guy comes and starts a fight with me. Oh, come on, hurry up. Can I aim at you? Come on. No, apparently not. Whoa! Yeah, way too distracted. Boom. Eat that. Now we should be able to run through this, hopefully without getting hit by them. Now if one of them lands on you, they're going to hit you multiple times and it's going to be very painful, so do try to avoid that. And then we're going to come around this way, where there's another one on the roof. Where is it? It's much further on. Here we go. I can see you, let me lock on. I hate that I really cannot do anything to like get it to come down. That is like really frustrating. So just do this. Now they really don't like fire, so if you have to have fireball, it'll kill them pretty quickly. And these guys will actually drop large titanite shards, so if you actually want to farm your way up to having a +10 claymore, that's entirely doable. I think they actually drop green ones as well, but there is a better enemy to farm those items if that is something that you wish to do. So, with our initial venture into the depths all sorted, we now actually want to reverse our hollowing. We've actually gained some humanity just from fighting the enemies here. I think we gained 2, that's really quickly. It's not normally that fast, that's crazy. And apparently I'm not even that far off the correct level for this area because I'm still seeing people in for co-op. Which reminds me, I am in online mode. I need to change that. I don't want to be getting invaded if I can help it. Start offline, okay. And then quick game. Just because, you know, this is meant to be a single player walkthrough. Once we get into New Game Plus, I'm going to try and get some of you guys involved. So if you're up for that, please let me know. We're close enough to the beginning. How would you feel about joining me for some Dark Souls? I'll take requests. Obviously, we'll get a password set up and stuff, and we can all start doing jolly cooperation, or even some invading, whatever. Maybe we'll even go into the PvP arena because apparently we can put a password on the arena, and we can all join in on that. So that's a bit pretty cool as well. But nice to see that this area is pretty active for co-op. And there's a pretty good reason that people will place their summon signs here, and that's because they know you're going to be in human mode for 2 reasons. There are 2 sets of things we need to trigger. First up is what's his name? Doesn't open the sign. Oh, you have to drop down. Oh, okay, I didn't realise that. You have to go the other way around. All right then. So let's go ahead and deal with all this. Yay, there's the humanity back already. Now of course if you want to farm humanity quickly here, the more humanity you have, the quicker you're going to farm it. And obviously if you do this before the boss fight, you're going to accrue humanity for free. So feel free to get as much as you want. I'm not going to farm it right now. If I happen to need it once we get to the place where I need the 30 humanity, then I may come back here and do so. But for now, we are going to continue on as normal. Dropping quite nicely. I seem to have a pretty good look with it here, actually. I'm actually quite surprised I got 2 boulder side swords as well. I don't know if drop rates have been improved. And we need to head downwards. I'm trying to think which way the best way down is. I feel like the best way is to slide down. So let's go this way. Wow, I can even one-shot these with just a standard soul arrow. Wow, I must be really ill, man. Sorry guys, not your bad. Get up. And this guy's... Yeah, always take the opportunity to kill these rats, just because, you know, but there you go, case point, 1 more humanity. How many does that put me on now? So I'm currently on 24. I need 6 more. And if I don't lose the 3, then 3 more. Wow. So yeah, just a note on how easy it is to get humanity here. Why is this not going the way I remember? It's been so long. Right, here we go. Oh, I missed. Never mind. Quite cool how the rats will prefer to run away. Right, I really don't like dropping down the holes just because you get surrounded by enemies that can curse you. I'm not going to demonstrate curse because it's absolutely horrific. Anybody that's ever been cursed will know exactly what I mean. But essentially, curse is a status element that will build up. As it does so, I think it's this side we need to go down, otherwise we might actually die. I could be totally wrong, but hopefully I'm not. There we go. Yeah, I think that's a death if you don't come down to the side. So I think we got that right. That's cool. Careful about this guy. There's also some on the roof, so do be careful of those as well. Boss fight is just ahead over on the right hand side. We're not dealing with that right now. Instead, we're going to go the easy way down here. Careful because we have got some bigger rats. Whoa. Nope. I knew that was coming. Luckily we've not been invaded yet. Wow. No, 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 no. Right, let's get out of here. First things first. before these rats actually kill me. Let's go ahead and open this door. Wow, they're so fast! That is crazy. I was not expecting those rats to give me that much trouble. But we have opened the door, so getting back there is not going to be too much of an issue. Do 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 do, let's go and pick up my humanity. And then basically just, I'm going to have to come back and, what's the word? Rekindle. Not rekindle. Re-unhollow, because we want to encounter a bad guy down here. Terribly sorry, I was not expecting this to give me that much trouble. You know what, I totally forgot to upgrade this sword as well. Not that that would have made a difference. But I'm going to do it. Oh no, I can't, I've only got one large Titanite shard. Oh, I didn't realise that. Okay, reverse hollowing. So we need one more large Titanite shard. Which is kind of a reason to go ahead and kill all of the slimes, but I'm really not about that life. Hey! There we go. Right, I'm not going to wait for that guy to come. I'm going to try and replace the humanity I just lost with these guys. Which I've managed to do. There we go, let's see if we can get another one. But yeah, every time you pass these guys, I absolutely recommend killing all these rats as many times as you like. This place is not nice at all. Whoa! God damn it, we probably should change shield from here. The poison these guys can inflict is also particularly annoying. Come on, one more humanity would be... No, it wasn't meant to be, never mind. Oh well, at least we kept the status quo even. Can't believe we spent 20 minutes and we've not done this yet. Okay, so down here. We've got rats over this side. Now we don't need to slide back down again, so that's pretty handy. Whoa! God damn it! No! Why did it lock onto the thing behind me? No! Wow, so fast. Oh my god. It's gonna get me again. I absolutely hate rats. Oh, I didn't realise they couldn't get through, and I hate the way that it keeps on making me lock on the thing instead. I didn't realise they couldn't fit through there though. It's abusing. Now we have a little rat. Bit more reasonable. There we are. Now, as you come down here, we're going to get invaded by an NPC. Or at least we should do. He's going to come behind me. Right, I really don't want him to invade me whilst this guy thing is still here, so let's get rid of that. Whoa. There we go, yeah, he has invaded. Here he is. So be careful with this guy. His armor as he rolls can actually hurt you. Which is why it's the armor of thorns. Right, he is coming in for the kill. What? How much poise? Right, so single pokes are going to be the way for this guy. This guy's very dangerous with this whole bleed thing going on. There we go. Bam! Then we get some humanity. That's good. Also a pretty good amount of souls, 14k. Now then, this next part is very dangerous, so do be absolutely ridiculously careful. These are the guys that will curse you. Now their physical attacks don't really hurt you. It is literally just the status effect that you need to worry about. And killing them pretty quickly is going to stop that from happening, so that's kind of what you need to aim for. If you can like catch them off guard like this, then you're fine. Like so. Worth an okay amount of souls for this point in the game, I suppose. Try and aggro one of them back through this way. There we go. They're also very easy to stagger. They don't have any poise or anything like that. Another thing to note about these guys, these will actually drop the, I think they're called Death Eye Orbs or something like that, but basically it is the currency that you need for the Gravelord Covenant if you wish to rank up in that without going online. So pretty cool. Here we're going to have more different types. Now around here, although it doesn't seem like they've included it, because usually you see lots of little ash things, so that's a shame. That's a big shame. But he's died to curse. Ah, there's a cool little online thing here, which it would appear that they have not included in the remaster, which is if you die to the curse ailment, you kind of leave like a shadow for other people to see, which was quite a cool little quirky multiplayer thing, but it doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Never mind. Right, so I'm going to kill as many of these from up here as I can. There are a lot of them. Right, I've set that one off now, look. The more of these we deal with now, the better. I think we're nearly done with them. I think there's only like probably one left, and I think it's directly like under here. Yeah. No! Roll! That's close. Get it. Boom. There we go. Which I think means we've managed to do this without getting cursed. Lovely. Now we need to do a bit of a jump. This should be the spider shield, I think. This jump can be a pain. You kind of have to jump around the corner without being able to see where you're jumping. Nope, so humanity. Excellent. Ring of Evil Eye. Pretty good ring. As you get kills, you'll heal very slightly. Not a bad little ring. Particularly if you're finding you're dying a lot and you're taking a lot of chip damage, especially as a tank. Can be quite useful. Have we already got the spider shield then? Did we pick it up somewhere else? And I just didn't know. Yeah, we did already. Yeah, it's cool. Very important shield for the next area. Now then, being as I've still got 8 heals, I probably shouldn't, but I am going to go ahead and deal with the boss of the area now. We're half an hour in, which is pretty cool. It's going to be about the right amount of time, provided I don't die again. But a little bit edgy, 16k souls on the line. But unless I allow myself to get hit pretty bad, we should be fine. Couple more rats, always worth killing these, just in case you get the humanity. Now there is immersion over that way. He's worth talking to, but if you are going to talk to him, make sure that you kill all the enemies in here, because that will continue to come over even if you are in dialogue with this guy. So I'm just gonna talk like this. Yeah, some interesting items. I'm just gonna look. You can buy gold pine resin, which is amazing actually for 1,000. Very, very strong weaponry, but doesn't last very long. Some arrows, and he sells different types of armors. Eventually, he will sell armor boss sets. I'm just trying to go fast because I know this is coming and I can't bother to deal with it. Sorry. So next up, kill that. Didn't want to give me no humanity. Well, that's fine. No items up here, but there are a couple of points of interest. Where are we? So, there are a couple of little spots you're going to want to look for. I think it's over this way, or it's the level down. Right, so yeah, this one, on this platform, if you haven't done the trek, and you have collected your reward from him, his summon sign should appear somewhere around here. I could be wrong, I'm pretty sure it's on this little parapet somewhere for you to summon him for this boss fight. So you can actually have 2 NPC summons for this fight, which is quite cool, but I really don't think you need it. In fact, I think it would elongate the fight way too much. Down here we have Solaire's summon sign, and I think there's an item to collect on this level. Whew. Okay. I'm sure there's an item to on this level. Here we go. Crossbows. I don't know why it gives you that though. It always seems like a clue to like fight this enemy at range, but I really don't think that helps that much. Now then, we're mostly going to try and deal with this boss at range, basically using Solaire as bait. The boss isn't too bad, but it can cause a lot of damage if it catches you off guard. Let's watch this. That's really different. Usually it lets you walk in a little bit before it appears. Now, don't be fooled by the pillar, I'm pretty sure it can go straight through it. In fact, I don't even remember this pillar being here. Yeah, there we go, it's gone straight through, look. It does only generally move in single lines, and I'm going to try and take his tail. Wow, that's some good chunk of health right there. Be careful if it tries to... Always be careful if it jumps. If it jumps, it's going to really, really hurt you if it hits you. So they hit that tail. That's it. Good lad. We're taking absolute swathes out of its health with this claymore. Now, I only really want to attack its tail until it... Attack it with the sword until its tail comes off. Come on. Oh my god, really? Right, I need to get away from it before it does this whole flappy down thing, because that will really hurt. Oh, he's having a tantrum right on Solaire. This is going to go very badly in a second if I'm not careful. Yeah, you don't want that to hit you. I would prefer Solaire to survive this fight, to be honest. Right. Now it's just time to try and ruin it. Whoa! That was close. Get out of the way quick. First it'll be nice and aggressive with it, which is kind of cool. That tails can try and hit him. Oh, he's dead. That's frustrating. Hopefully we can still continue this quest line. And here comes the drastic overpowerness of not taking much damage with spells. Yeah, you stay there as long as you like me. Nope. Oh, I went different way. That's technically a bit greedy, but went okay. I can only hope that that doesn't mess up Solaire's storyline. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Twin humanities. So that should mean now we're carrying enough humanity for... What one? Oh, sure there was something else in here. Anywho, let's take a count here. So we are on... 22, 28. We're carrying 28. Cool. Nothing else to collect in here, I don't think. We should have gotten a key from defeating the boss fights, that's fine. Oh, look at that! We spent the 20k on getting those rings, and we've got the 20k back to level. Good. Should be just about enough for 3 levels, I think. It's all going to go in intelligence, annoyingly. Well, maybe not annoyingly overall, but it just means I can't add to my survivability, and I really could do with the health with the upcoming area. But it's fine. So, I am going to go ahead and spend these souls on leveling up, and then we are going to go ahead and enter the next area, and that's going to be the end of the episode. Came out a nice, cool, probably 40 minutes. In fact, probably even less than that, because it's not going to take long to get there. And then we'll run to Blacktown, where I'm probably going to die a lot. I have managed to do it with no deaths before, but I'm not confident that that is going to be the case. That's like 4 levels, 1, 2, 3, 4, good. Only 9 levels left of intelligence for now, and then I can actually start thinking about pouring some points into my health. If I don't, things are going to get really bad for me. Get out. But we should now be capable of some pretty outrageous amounts of damage with our spells, particularly with the Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring. Not going to use any on these guys, it really isn't worth wasting it. So we're just going to pass through here. And being as I have the souls, I am going to go ahead and grab the bottomless box from this guy. And you know what? I might as well have some of that as well. Because we currently don't have like an enchantment spell for the claymore, we are going to be golden. Right. So I'd say that's a pretty good position to be in. I didn't realise that was at +7 already, and I'm only one large Titanite from +8. That's fine. Let's go down here. I reckon putting the Wolfring Line is going to be a good idea. There's no deep water until we get to the bottom, at which point we probably will be switching back. We have got spells equipped, and everything else is fine. The only real thing we're going to change is we're going to switch to the Spider Shield. The reason for this will become apparent once we get down there. Either way, guys, I'm going to catch you in the next episode.